Local search. Google says that 1 in 5 of its searches include a local intent. That number gets north of 30% when you include just product and service type searches. People in their search and discover behavior will search in market. Many of them will transact online, but it's how people search and discover for the products and services they're looking for. And this presents a problem, and this is a problem that we solve for a client here of ours by the name of Exceptional Sheets that has no physical location in the United States. They sell high-end linens and comforters and bedding sets, and they optimize very well for some of their major terms. But once somebody is looking in market, there's no way they can optimize. So I've set up a couple of searches preloaded. You're welcome to try these on your own. So here's somebody looking for a product, and they've gone ahead and typed in Egyptian cotton sheets in New York City. And it's a very highly competitive term. You can see Macy's is competing for this buyer. But most of Target is here, Overstock is here, Amazon is here. And again, Amazon has no presence in New York City. Neither does Majestic Luxury Linens. Neither does EgyptianCottonBedsheets.com. These are e-commerce stores that are buying these terms through Google AdWords that are competing for this in-market searcher to help solve his needs online. So by working with nSphere, here in the third organic spot in a very competitive climate in New York City, our client is number 3. And the example that we're going to give here is we've preloaded the product that the person is searching for in the shopping cart. So we're trying to present this as a solution to this in-market user. At the same token, we're using some city-specific data ranging from rich data sets like ours and things of that nature to help this consumer if in fact they do want to get in their car and stop at 10 red lights on the way to the store and get their Egyptian cotton sheets. But here we're trying to win. We're trying to win this business from this online local buyer the same way we win any type of business. We're going to win on selection. We're going to win on price. We're going to win on ease of shopping. We're going to win on shipping options. So this is a conversation that we've inserted Exceptional Sheets into that prior to working with us, they could not get presence for. And this works in a very broad way. So if we were to change this market from New York City and we were looking in Toledo for that same product, again, you'll see competitive term with a lot of e-commerce and brand name companies buying this term. But our client is actually the number 1 organic listing for the similar product. And again, we're using some Toledo specific data. So this is a very simple product search. It's meant to help you understand the concept. I set up another example here, which is someone looking for a medical product, or they've got the cold. They're looking for where they can get Theraflu in Arlington, Texas. And our client happens to be OverstockDrugstore.com. And by working with us, we've inserted them into this conversation. So if you happen to click, if that client, that potential buyer clicks on that, you see we've got the product preloaded there. We're using a mix of data here, ranging from the brick and mortar locations where he can get his need met. We've got some allergists and immunologists there, some pharmacists, all these rich data sets and all the rich data that we've attached to them. Like with this person, we have some medical background and what hospital they're affiliated with. So we're using these very rich and unique data sets to help the consumer meet their in-market need, and we're presenting these e-commerce sites and inserting them into these conversations with these local buyers. Local traffic, it's something that webmasters, if you look at your analytics, you won't recognize it because it's absent from your search. If you do a search for something as simple as tires, and you're going to see all the big e-commerce sites and Google's universal results. You're going to see Sears. But the minute you were to go back and change that to tires in Boston, the whole lineup changes. No longer do you see those companies I just mentioned that were optimizing for a single term. Once you localize or geo-modify a term, Google is delivering a completely different set of results. So for a webmaster or an AdWord manager or an SEM manager that's looking into their analytics and they're not seeing these searches because they're not optimizing for them. So click example. This is one of our clients that sells ink cartridge replacements and laser printer replacements. And as you can look at the type of traffic we're sending him, you can see cheap ink cartridges in Omaha, Nebraska, Dell replacement ink in Memphis. These are keywords and search phrases that prior to working with us were not even present in his analytics. So he was not able to really determine that he was missing out on this third of the market share these local in-market searches that are very high converting. We have found that these long tail search strings that include a local qualifier are much further down the purchase funnel than most online product searches. So these actually convert at significantly higher rates than industry average. So we're helping e-commerce sites and service sites and other companies that want to get into these conversations with in-market buyers and help convince them that they can solve their need online. So that's a quick overview of what we're working on. I encourage you to reach out to us if you have any more questions. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video.